Girl, look in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, the topic of today's reaction video will be this: black women who happen to be pedos. Women who stalk youngsters for their own twisted, sick pleasure. And this goes on more than you would believe. So I will be providing statistical data in this reaction video as well. I'm going to even cover a few of the women who are members of the LGBTQIA, alphabet community. And they're going to also share their experiences being chased by older women while they were still youngsters. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I think it's time we cover this situation here. Now let me go ahead and put on a news clip first you may have seen, but I'm using this because it goes with the narrative of today's show and it drives home the point. So you can't say I'm just making stuff up for some of you non-believers out there. Hold on for 1 second as I put on your screen. Boom. And after I get this right here, we're going to go deep into this subject, y'all. So hold on 1 second as I put it on there. All right. Let's get it.
Went to plug in his phone to charge it, and that's when she discovered what was going on between her 10-year-old and a worker here at this daycare, the Youth Life Center, that had more than crossed the line. And she's uncovered that relationship that had been brewing for likely weeks.
They hugged for a lengthy period of time.
Grace Shawelu thought something was off with a newer worker here at Youth Life Center on Valley Hill Road, but when she plugged in her son's phone,
her face was his screensaver on the phone, and it was a picture that she had taken of herself.
And she started digging.
I went through his text messages because that was the first thing that I thought. And her name was saved in his phone as Mommy. And it's a bunch of I love yous and what are you wearing?
She shared pictures of much of the concerning conversation between her son and the 24-year-old worker, and pictures like this one.
That's not a picture that you send to a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send.
She was sending her child pictures, the same type of picture that you and I would love to look at, gentlemen. Let's keep going.
To your man.
She said the work clothes, shoes, and even a gold chain. And Grace said when investigators came to her apartment, a Department of Family and Children Services worker got her 10-year-old to reveal more.
He did say that this incident where she was rubbing his leg happened on the way back from the field trip.
We aren't using the worker's name or face because she is yet to be charged, and that's why Grace is outraged.
Had it been a situation where it was a little girl and a grown man, they would have locked him up on the spot with no questions until he was proven innocent.
I reached out.
Exactly. If that would have been a man, they would have arrested him quick as lightning. These women are messing with your kids inside of school, man. Okay, and this is not uncommon. We done seen so many reports on the news about young men messing with their teachers. But let's keep going, though. I'm going to dive into the LGBTQIA community right quick so you can hear what they got to say about how they was chased down by a female black pedo. 1 second as I put on your screen, y'all. I got to look for it. Boom. All right, now. This is going to be very, 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 very interesting. Let's get it.
But I ain't gonna lie, there's women out there the same way. There's predators too, it's just not men. So you gotta watch out for the men, women too.
About that.
So, open up a can of worms.
You did, because, when I was growing up as a young stud, probably when I was 16, 17, I got a hold of a fake ID, and I decided to go to the club. Started going to the gay clubs very early. Started talking to women that were older than me very early, and the women never stopped to say, dang, you're young, maybe I shouldn't do this. And
now I want you to understand what this woman is saying, because this is the same thing they say about men who unfortunately are pedos like them. Well, he should have known that she was young. He should have asked how old you are. Now I want you to see the parallels in this, because they're doing the same thing. They're older adult women who damn well know that they're talking to a kid, but still want them. So perverted in their minds that they still want a minor who is the same gender. Did you think about that? That's sickening, but they still out there. It doesn't mean that they're gonna get any better either. This happens every day, and when you really think about it, y'all, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, who tends to spend the most time with children, men or women? Women do. So there should be a lot more cases, perhaps not spoken of, where women are messing with the youngsters. Let's keep going.
And so at a very young age, I mean, even 17 years old, I'm talking to women that are much older than me, in their mid-20s, you know, and they, even though they would know that I was 17, they would still be like,
it's fun though.
You young, but you don't act young, so let me just sweep that under the rug.
But is that a predator though?
Yeah.
You think it is?
16, 17. If you had a daughter and a 25-year-old stud or femme came up to your daughter. And
why you gotta put it like that? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Came up to your daughter and was like, yeah, I'm sleeping with your daughter. How would you feel? Your daughter's 16, 17.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I mean, I was 17 when I was dating a 25-year-old.
Yeah, but you didn't think about it back then, like, because you were having a great time, because you were 17. You weren't like, oh, I'm freaking getting chased down by a predator. Yeah. You weren't thinking about that. You were like, damn, I'm trying to get in her pants.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? But the other way around, would you date a 17-year-old?
Oh, hell no.
That's what I'm saying. So I look back like, women are predators.
They are predators. And the thing is, man, and she made a great point, is that when you're the one being chased, when you're the victim, or can we call you the prey of the predator? You don't think that you're being preyed upon because you having fun. You know why? Because you're young. Ignorance is bliss. You think you're getting away with something. You think the whole world is yours and all this other stuff because you're a young person, right? You're not really realizing that you're really being a victim of sexual abuse. You get me? Because your mind has not fully matured yet. But these women who are 20 plus years old, 25 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, who are still messing with teenagers, minors, they are damn well aware of what they're doing. They're sick. They're gross, in my most humble opinion. And this is made for educational purposes. Now, let me put the statistical data about how many women are out there doing this nasty shit. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen, as I put it on your screen. There it is. Now, let's get it.
Of course, all you have to do is Google child abuse by gender. You will see this pop up from March 30th, 2023. In the United States, more perpetrators of child abuse were women than men. In 2021, specifically, about 233,918 perpetrators of child abuse were women, compared to 213,672 male perpetrators. And of course, this is entirely based upon submissions to the National Child Abuse and Neglect Data System.
There you have it. More women than men are touching on the minors. Now, you can't beat that. Now, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Now, I got another clip, I have another clip for to show you of a woman who's going to give you an interesting story, man. A very interesting story. Talking about a woman who was messing with someone a boy at 15 years old. Sorry, man, I'm seeing all this stuff on my screen. I'm trying to get it all together, so please forgive me. Yeah, hold on right quick. Okay, make sure it's on your screen. All right, I want you to take this. Just take this. Listen to this. Let's get it. Hold on. Boom.
Talking about cougars and stuff and how it's weird for women to be in their 30s and 40s as well as the men and dealing with 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds. And this lady in the comments was like, she met her boyfriend. She's 30-something. Met her boyfriend when he was 15 years old. But they didn't start dating until he was 18. And I got up on her comment and I called her a pedophile. And she got so mad, y'all. She got so mad. She was like, how am I a pedophile if I waited till he was 18? You're a pedophile because 9 times out of 10, if you met that little boy when he was 15 years old, you was around the mom. That's how you got introduced to him. So you mean to tell me you plotted on your friend's son and waited till you turn 18 and start dating him, and you don't think that you're a pedophile? If my son grows up and I find out that he's been messing around with one of my friends that I bought around him, it's gonna take God himself to peel me off of my friend.
And I'm gonna tell you something, that's how it happens. You ever see those women who be around their women friends and one of their women friends have a son, a teenage son, and they say things like, boy, he look just like his daddy. You look just like your daddy. Probably because she is sexually attracted to the baby daddy, and she is also attracted to the son of the baby daddy. And she wants to hop. I remember when I was in school, man, I knew women like that. When I was in school, junior high, high school, older women, messing and flirting and sleeping with men that was young men that was 13, 14, 15 years old. This is a common thing that goes on in our community. People don't like to talk about it, but it's the truth. I knew it a whole lot of them in my community, growing up as a child, because the young boys be bragging. We be bragging, yeah, man, I knocked off Mrs. Parker and stuff like that. Mrs. Parker, 38 or 40 years old, and here it is, you 16, 15 years old as a young boy. We think it's a badge of honor, but we're not really understanding that that is a sexual predator. We're not understanding that. Yes, she'll buy you some Jordans and a video game and shit like that, and then tell you to keep it quiet. But yeah, you was a victim of abuse and didn't even know it when you was a young man in that regard, because you voluntarily wanted to do it. You wanted to do it with the older woman. You get what I'm saying? It's not like she drugged you or something like that. So when we was young men, we thought we were doing something. We players. While we being players, we were really being victims of a predator, but didn't even know it at the time. But when you get older, you start to understand what it was. Let's keep going.
Like, I'm so serious. Like, she better pray that when I get a hold of her, I get off of her willingly. Because that would really make me lose my mind. And people in the comments was telling her, like, you need to delete this. Like, you're weird. She did not give a fuck, y'all. She was like, well, we're all grown. He consented at 18. That's fine. It's like you plotted on that little boy when he was 15 years old, and you waited until he got to age 18 to do something. My friend would not be able to breathe another day because I probably would beat her in the face with a damn hammer. No, you're a pedophile. I don't like how pedophilia goes unlooked when it comes to a woman. Women can be pedophiles too.
Right.
You really have to watch women around little boys too. That's just the God honest truth. A lot of these little boys was raped when they were 13, 14-year-old by grown ass women. And society tells them that that's manhood. That's manhood. You were raped. And
Exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. Society do tell us that that is a badge of honor, being smashed by a 20 plus, 30 plus year old woman at age 13. Like I say, I've known about those things in my own life, and many men who watch my show also know about it. Just keep going.
Tells them that that's manhood. That's manhood. You were raped. And I know that's going to be hard to process and unpack, but you were raped by a fucking pedophile, by that grown ass lady. She's a pedophile. Like, you're a victim. You're a victim. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. You really have to watch women around kids too.
She made excellent points, but it's true. It's very, very true. I'm gonna play one more clip. I'm gonna go ahead and play this, then we're gonna ride up out of this thing. You dig? I want you to hear a boy or a young man, he was a boy at the time when it happened to him, how it affected him being done like that by a woman, man. I'm just looking for everything, man. Hold on for a second, please. Yeah, make sure I got on your screen pretty good there. All right, I want you to hear what this gentleman has to say. Let's get it.
When a boy is molested by a girl, it's looked at as a cool thing. However, it desensitizes you sexually, emotionally, and it speeds up a process where you don't have the maturity to understand how to compartmentalize these new sexual feelings and emotions that you're having. Initially, it made me more of a playboy, right? But then now, the lack of love I'm getting from my mother and the lack of love I got from my mother, and then now this new sexuality that I have, right? They're like cousins, right? Because now I want to feel the love from my mother, like love, a mother's love, and then I want to feel the sexual pleasure from a woman, and I'm combining the two, and I'm confusing the difference between the two. So I spent a long time searching for my mother's love from girls, putting more pressure on them, and they could feel it, and then they would run for the hills when it got too thick. So now that triggered my abandonment issues, and then now I'm mad, and I'm chasing girls and different girls and different girls. So I had to realize that a woman can't give me a mother's love. She can give me a woman's love. It's just as powerful, but it's different.
That's deep. A woman can not give you the mother's love. She can give you the woman's love. But what I want to say before I end this show, man, for all you women out there always complaining that men are dolls and all they want to do is sleep with women, they just want to stick it in any hole that comes around and stuff like that, I want you to really know, you're creating these men. When you out there and you have no business saying anything like that, when you out there touching on little young minors, young men, you're creating it. You're giving them appetites. You're giving them thoughts and them feelings and shit. You dig what I'm saying? That's your fault. Not theirs. They're the innocent ones. They're the innocent ones. It's your fault. Yeah, what it is. Also, I think I may do a live stream Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time Wednesday. And it's going to be the same thing I did last Sunday. Give the men an opportunity to call in, to share their dating experiences in the modern world, to talk about the women. So I'm giving you the platform to air out your grievances and tell the world what you don't like about these so-called modern women. Wednesday, I believe, Central Standard Time. Be paying attention to the community tab because I will put that announcement in there if I decide to do it, but most likely I will. Okay? Let you know ahead of time. Now let me go ahead and end the show. Ride on out here, you dig? I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all take it easy now here.